All right, time for another little Frank Quietly show and tell. Today we're going to do a page from Jupiter's Legacy, number 5, page 6. This is one of my, if not the best page from the whole series, in my opinion. It features this tiny little figure stoically flying on that cylinder. I believe his name's the Wolf, and then this is essentially like Giant Man, but a girl. This was like kind of a secretary, a meek, like cute pixie cut secretary. And this guy went into an office in the previous scene and kind of killed everyone except for her, or gassed them. And then she jumped out of a window, a tiny little window. And by the time she landed, she was a giant person, which is awesome. And when I say a giant person, and I love this about it, here she is here. He gasses her here too. She's like a city block long, but look at that detail. Those little slippers when she jumps out. I love that he's got that building blocking her here. And I love that, I mean, look at that, like the delicateness of that hand, just subtle. She's almost like she's falling asleep, but that detail right there makes the whole page for me personally. You can even see like when she fell forward, like these cars have turned, like he thought that through. He's like, oh, these guys are stopping. Little things like this too, like, okay, he had to design this kind of, floating bus, the Wolf bad guy label or whatever. That's kind of quietly has this cool rounded futuristic design on his stuff. But that thing's coming in this way as he's coming down the block following her from when she jumped out of the building way down there. And then he's caught up with her. And just the scale, I mean, so good. The thought to put something in the foreground. Overlaps are so important, and you just get overlap on top of overlap on top of overlap. You'll see sometimes he'll just do that one little extra overlap, and that creates so much depth. Check out that car that she crushed under her when she fell. It's so cool. I mean, come on, man, that scale. And then you get the close-up because that was probably pulled pretty far back, so he gives you that moment of that tiny little man. So good. And he's just kind of so pompous in his General Patton riding boots and his wand and his cape blowing back, and she's terrified of him. That storytelling, that little thing she could just thick with her fingers, she's terrified of him. That storytelling alone shows how incredibly powerful that something that big is terrified of this little dot of a man. It really, visually, just narratively speaking, just shows so much. And then he's like casually checking his wrist. Maybe he was talking to a comm or something there, but it's the same gesture of like checking the time, which is what we do when we could give a shit less about anything else that's happening, right? And he's bam, just looking down, the plane of his face at his wrist so casually when he's just taken down a person that's a block long. Yeah, it's another, to me, a great page. And look at the movement too. Like this is leading in, you can almost feel like it's floating down the street, but when it swings to gasser, the ass end swings out. It's like, so it came, then it kind of swung and gassed her that way. Like, so cool. You got the beach over here. I can't even see. Let me see. It looks like to me that's like boardwalk, trees, grass, water, and waves rolling in probably back there. I got to see the colors for that. But I don't know, man. It's so unique. It's so skillful, right? I think that's always gets me first. It's like a really inviting style. It's an organic style. Like that expression feels so good. And even here, like, which is really cool because this is when he had kind of transferred to printing out his blue lines instead of doing his blue pencil by hand. And he's aware of all that structure and he's just hitting that one limited line. Because if you put a bunch of lines on her face, you look like an old lady. So he's just focusing in on that terror, right? And he's still smart enough to put her hand in, almost like she's clutching a doll or a blankie or something because she's so terrified of this guy that she could probably spit and kill, but he's too powerful. Yeah, these guys running from their cars, like they're like, we're getting the hell out of here. Of course you would, just can't get over the skill set. He's the man. And yeah, one of the best pages from Jupiter's Legacy. Goodbye.